Hello everyone and welcome to this crash course in Khasi. Today we shall learn about something very interesting. And Khasi is a very interesting language if you are going around in Meghalaya. And this video I have made especially to some of the Khasi learners who like to learn Khasi. And so here we go. So in this course, we shall focus on the functional usage with practice. So I will give you some practice, and then we shall also, this Khasi that you're going to learn here is going to help you very much, especially when you are talking to another Khasi person, or when you are going around in Meghalaya or in the Shillong area or anywhere. If you are meeting a Khasi man, you can use this language easily. Now in this video, you will also see that I have given you some bonus expressions at the end, so stay tuned till the end of the video. Now, in the greetings in Khasi, we usually say hoi or hoi kiu. Normally, it's just simply means hey. So, for example, if you see a Khasi man telling to another man hoi or hoi, so it means that hey. Or sometimes you hear in the some of the songs in Khasi songs, you hear the slogan called hoi Q, hoi Q. So it is a very common. So hoi or hey or a ba means hey mister. So these are the words which you'll hear now and then, and it's very useful. You can say hey or hoi, hoi. The most famous word in Khasi is kublai. Actually, you could also use it as good morning, good evening, good afternoon. But actually, I'm sorry, I made a mistake here. It is usually kublai is not used for, strictly speaking, it is not used for good morning, good evening. It is very artificial. For example, if a Khasi meets another Khasi person, excuse me for the noise. If a Khasi man meets another Khasi, another person, he will never say kublai. No, it is very artificial among us. So you should use the word. Usually we have different ways of saying, like pew. Again, today is Diwali time, so yeah, you can expect more blasts outside. Now, so when a person meets another person, in usually they usually say, from where are you coming from, or where are you going? So we don't have expressions like good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. So the other sense of this word kublai is thank you. This is very common. So kublai, when somebody gives you something, you say kublai or kublai kong or kublai ba. This word kublai has been used by the missionaries or the Europeans when they came to India, and then they don't know what to substitute the word good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. So they use kublai. So be careful when you use kublai, because it will show that you are not an expert in Khasi, but if you are good in Khasi, you will not use kublai in place of good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Another expression when you usually introduce yourself in greetings, you say, how are you? Here it is P kumno P long. Kumno. You can repeat after me. Kumno. Kumno P long. So as it is written, you can pronounce the same way. Or you can reverse, you put P in front. So P long kumno. Nowadays, the young generations, they use fee instead of P or fee. So they, instead of a per, they use a fur. So fee long kumno. It's very fashionable, but then I have a feeling like it will take some time to change. So stick to P only at the moment. Otherwise, you can also use long kumno. Long kumno. So long kumno or kumno. Kumno. You can see that the tune here, it doesn't, you cannot say like kumno. So if you're saying kumno means how, so it's very funny. So kumno, so you come down, kumno. So kumno pilong, kumno pilong. Usually when we ask questions in English, it usually goes up, how are you? Or yeah, and even in English, what are you doing? So kumno pilong. It shows that you know well the language here when you just say kumno, okay? Or how. Kumno is also tricky because sometimes you can, when somebody met with an accident with someone or with a vehicle, you can ask that person like kumno, kumno ka, kumno ka ja, or kumno ka ja means how did it happen. So again the word kumno comes here. So there are two ways of using this word, but then you can use it in context so you can understand. So kumno means how are you, when you know each other very well. So there are other ways of saying, for example, these are the, that's why I'm explaining this specifically for you, because others won't teach you this. How are you? You can also say ya klanyem, ya klanyem. I in Khasi is pronounced, I in English is actually ya. So I is yi. So ya. I and a becomes, so just pay attention even when you happen to read Khasi books, IA or I, when you come across the word I, it is yeah with a double dot on the top here. I'm not able to find the symbol, so yeah klanyam, here it goes up. Yeah klanyam, m means no. So you can say it's like in Hindi we also have usually used the word na. So the same thing in Khasi we have ya klanyam. So you can say, are you fine? Yaşat yaklanım. Yaşat yaklanım. So are you fine, right? So आप ठीक है ना? ठीक है ना? So like that. Even in Hindi you have all those words. So it's replacing the word right. Yeah. So or na in Hindi. Now, when you reply to the word "How are you?" you say "I'm fine." So biang, you can say biang he. Biang he. This he is a colloquial word. Colloquial mean we use it very often, just like na or he at the end. So he is also used as an extra word that helps to express the particular sentence that you are uttering. So biang he. So with the nose it comes nga, biang he. Or you can also say shu biang he. I hope that's fine. So another way is to ask, what is your name? For example, you ask, you meet the person in the new family. For example, you met somebody new in Shillong or in Meghalaya. Then you ask, what is your name? So in Khasi we have, you can say Kumno Pikerteng or Pikerteng Kumno. This is the best thing about Khasi is you can always interchange the subject here and mm, the object. So you can say kumno pikerteng or pikerteng kumno. Kumno pikerteng here, pikerteng kumno. If you say kerteng pi kumno, which means they will know that you're not a local. So you, if you say name you what, even in English it doesn't make sense. You cannot say to the person name you what, or so you usually say what is your name. So kumno pi kerteng. So the best thing is stick to uh, English word patterns like subject, verb, and object. So that I'll teach you later in my later exercises. So kumno pikerten. So otherwise pikerten kumno. And how do you reply? For example, your name is Rudy. So nga means I. Here nga also means is a possessive form. So nga is also I. So I or my. In this case, it is my. So nga kerteng Rudy. My name is Rudy. Or you can also, there's other ways of expressing kakerteng jonga. Kakerteng jonga. Kakerteng jonga is Rudy. So my name is Rudy in this sense. Now, if you say that's a nice name, so that's a nice name, you can say Snoutenat kata kakerteng. Snoutenat kata kakerteng means that name is very nice, or that is a nice name. So you can also say that name is very nice. So you can tell to the person next to you, oh, that name is very good. Snoutenat kata kakerteng. Snoutenat. See, listen to my accent. Snoutenat kata kakerteng. Snoutenat, snoutenat, snoutenat. Snoutenat kata kakerteng. Kata kakerteng. Okay, so you have to be careful because here kata is very, very subtle, very short sound, kata. So listen again, snoutenat kataka kerteng. Kataka, kataka, so you see, kataka kerteng, kataka kerteng. It's almost like we don't pronounce that ta here, so kataka kerteng. Snoutenat kataka kerteng. That's why sometimes when you hear a native speaker speaking Khasi, some of the words you won't be able to hear because it is understood in context wise. Now, when you're asking, what are you doing? What are you doing? P le ayu. Ayu means what? Okay. Oh, there are other words of question forms. I will teach again the question forms later. I'll come in details. What, all this who, what, when, where, why, how do you use them in different situations? So here, let us learn first. What are you doing? Simple. When you meet a person close by, or somebody is doing something and you wanted to ask, what are you doing? So you say, P le ayu. P le ayu. P le ayu. Okay, that we have done. Okay, let's go to some of the most basic replies you can reply to a person when somebody is asking you. For example, you are a non-local and then you're doing something, and somebody is asking you, "Pile ayu, pile ayu, pile ayu," or simply they can ask, you can just simply omit the word p, so they will say "le ayu, le ayu." So doing what? In English also, even if you are in India, you'll hear people speaking like this. Oh, doing what? What doing? So le ayu. You can reply to them. For example, when you say ngadang shongkai means I am sitting. Ngadang shongkai is again, this word has got some, it's a colloquial again here. It also means play, or kind of relax, or kind of very casual. So you can say ngadang shong, nga, again nga here, dang shong, sh sound is a shong. So ngadang shong, I am sitting. Ngadang tray, ngadang tray, I am working. Ngadang tray. Another two other ways to say is I am eating. For example, ngadang bam. So you really have to open your mouth. That sound, bam. It is not bam. You will hear some foreigners pronouncing bam. It's not that bam in Khasi, in English that you hear. This is bam in Khasi means eat. We don't have the word bam. So and I am drinking tea means ngadang di sha. Sha is tea here. So again, see, you're learning new words every time. So ngadang di is drink. Ngadang di sha. So ing verbs, even if you see his ing, all are sitting, sit, ing, work, ing, eat, ing, drink, ing. So ing here replaces dang actually. So nga dang shong. If you say nga shong means I sit. Nga tray means I work. Ngabam, I eat. Ngadisha means I drink tea. But if you say I am sitting, because usually we use continuous tense a lot. So ngadang shongkai, ngadang tray, ngadang bam, ngadang disha. It is very easy. So you remember just ngadang, and then you learn the verbs that you wanted to learn to use instead of in the place of the action that you're doing. So whatever you know in English, then you translate into Khasi and then use ngadang in the beginning, and it works perfectly. So let us practice this part. Okay, so I will just give a few seconds. You can have a look at this, and then you tell me what to replace where. Which word in Khasi will replace the blanks? So here we see that, let me do with you. So ngadang means I am. Okay, I am, ing is already added. I am. Eating, eat in Khasi is bam. So if you say I am eating, simply it means ngadang. You say it ngadang bam. Yes, and then ngadang thiet. So you don't have to add anything else. Ngadang. The next one ngadang lej. Let go means let. Buy means thiệt. 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 Go means let. And ngadang ot. Ot. Ngadang ot means I am cutting. So let us see the answers. So yeah, I think you have got it. I guess it's not very difficult. This is the most basic parts. If you are learning Khasi, you need to know this, because without this you won't be able to communicate. So, and ngadang is a very very common expression. Means I am, even in English, I am walking, I am jumping, I am going, I am resting, I'm sleeping, I'm climbing, I'm driving. So many words in English you can use. And the best thing about Khasi is you don't even have to change anything with the verb. Yeah, you just simply replace the original infinitive verb. So you say ngadang bam. Bam, eat means bam. Thiet means buy. Let means go. Ot or pom means cut. Ot here means when you ot, when you, the word ot refers to, for example, when you're cutting, when you cut vegetables, for example, nga dang ot juhur. Juhur is vegetables. Or pom means, for example, if you're cutting a tree, so pom diem. Okay, so you can when you meet somebody, you can also use these expressions. For example, la slem ngim ju ya kan do sure. La slem ngim ju ya kan do sure. I'm saying it a little bit fast, but how this is how you will hear people speaking. La slem ngim ju ya kan do sure. La slem ngim ju ya kan do sure. Normally, some people they pronounce the la a, the h sound la, otherwise la slem ngim ju ya kan do sure. La slem ngim ju yakin do, yakin, kyn, yakin do sure. So it's been a while since we didn't meet. Otherwise, in English expression we have long time no see. It's very easy. Long time no see. So in Khasi we have la slem ngim ju yakin do sure, which means it's been a while we didn't meet or we didn't see each other. Then you can reply ho'oi means yes. This is the, again, very very important word in Khasi. Ho'oi. Ho'oi ken. Ho'oi ken is again colloquial. Ho'oi ken ngaru. Me too. Nga means me. Again, see here, we have seen earlier that nga means I, nga means my, and nga here means me. So it's very easy. You learn only nga. So ho'oi ken ngaru. So yes, me too. Ru means tu ngaru hooj ken ngaru ho oj ho oj ho oj. Okay, so we have almost come towards the end of this video of our class, the first crash course, the bonus expressions we have here. So this word you have to learn how to pronounce like me, like how to express. For example, it's wow. So ade, you hear it, Khasi words, Khasi people, ade. So ade uni uso bahaya bha. So you can also say uni uso, uni, u, not uni. Be careful because English speakers can say this uni, not you. It's u. It comes from the throat level. Uni uso uba he bha. Uni uso uba he bha. Again bha, not baha, bha. Wow, this fruit is really big. So ade, you can use, you must, when you learn Khasi, you should be able to express and learn and exaggerate. That's how actually people begin to like you, because you exaggerate and you become like one of them. Okay, so ade uni usok bahaya bha. Ade, so you also say wow, this car is beautiful. Ade kani kali kabi not ade. So you can also encourage somebody. If you see a child uh, scoring a goal, you say ade batriambha, means ade he's very talented. Uba triambha. Another expression you'll hear is ken, as we have seen, as in hoi ken, hoi ken, ken, ken. Hoi ken means yes, yes, yes to. Or in English, in Hindi, so we use yes to. Or I don't know, some other language. So we have that. Yeah, hoi ken, usually at the end of a sentence. Okay, ken is usually at the end. Oh, he, not high here. High, not high. Okay, it's he, as in biang he means fine. Fine here, it's not a financial, not a fine that you pay fine for breaking the rules. Not that fine. It is mean I am fine. Okay, in English you will understand. Same sense in English also. So he means it's an expression that is used usually at the end. So biang he. So if you say I am fine, nga biang he. Okay, so I guess that sums up the whole thing. And then if you have any questions or doubts or anything, don't hesitate to write to me, and so that we can improve uh, the situation. And also I hope you will be able to learn Khasi very well. And the fact that you're watching this video shows that you're interested to learn Khasi. And don't hesitate to contact me in case you have any doubts. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.